What's going on, guys? Scott Butcher here with the weigh-in. We're here with Mr. Jim Davis out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And Jim, I'm gonna throw a little bit of personal business out, but you're 61 years old. You've been doing this a long time. Retired electrical engineer. This is the biggest stage in kayak fishing history, literally, with the BASSMASTER Classic. You are about, 18 hours removed from being crowned the champ.
Yeah.
How are you feeling this morning?
Tired.
Tired?
It's been non-stop since 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Absolutely non-stop.
How's the cell phone battery holding up?
Yeah, it lasts about an hour now.
It lasts about an hour. Now, not only did you get this hardware right here crowned to you yesterday. This is forever, right? Yep. That's the old saying. That's what everybody says. This lasts forever. But that $10,000 feels pretty good right now, right?
Feels real good.
Feels real good.
Yeah, it'll pay for a few more trips.
Pay for a few more trips, absolutely. Now, you've been doing this, like I said, about 15 years. Mm-hmm. Seeing the sport, the growth of the sport is something that we talk about in the community all the time. But right now, can your head even wrap around what's going on and where you're at, or has anything sunk in yet?
Well, for the sport, I think this is great because with the involvement of BASS, this is huge. It's huge. They've got the resources, they've got the people, they got all the people.
They did.
They can pull this off, yeah. So I think it's huge.
Well, if you don't mind, guys, I want to take you guys bow to stern through Jim's Old Town rig, and let you walk through, point out some things that you do differently than everybody else. Y'all follow us back here, and let's look at this. Let's look at this rig. Now, this is an Old Town Predator PDL. How long have you had this rig?
This is about three years old, almost 4 years old.
Okay. So, well, walk us through, man. Why is this boat your first choice?
It's a large boat. I like the bigger boats to handle the rougher water, the big water. That's why I like the big boats. But this one, being big, you can still paddle it. It's easy to stand up in. It's not a big tank like a lot of the other ones are. So that was the first thing that attracted me to it. The second thing is that the pedal drive is super quiet.
Nice.
Super quiet.
Nice. Now, you run a big Hummingbird up here, right?
Yes.
So now, a lot of folks that may be new to the sport, and you're getting a lot of new eyes into what we're doing here with bass coming in. A lot of folks think of a kayak and they don't realize how we're rigging these out. How long have you been running basically an elite graph?
I've had this for about a year. I was fishing a tournament, and the other one I had failed on me during the tournament, so I had to run out quick, get another one, throw it on here. It's hardly even rigged on there. But
now you keep everything hardwired in your front hatch, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So we'll slide back here a little bit more. Now, your frame seat right here, this is a couple different position type of seating here.
Well, this is one position I use.
Okay.
The MXs and the other ones are multiple position. This is one position up and down, multiple position front and back.
I got you. And now, always the number one thing we talk about all the time, guys, in our world, this is an NRS Chinook. It's one of those things that you always have on you. It's a PFD. It's something that it's in the rules. You got to have it with you all the time. These things, this thing wears comfortably, even with all the rain gear in the rain. You've had some wear in this.
Well, you can see that I wear it every time I'm on the water, every single time, and it's showing.
It's showing.
It's showing a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. My for getting out of the boat in the mud and the water and Chota boots.
Now,
great boots.
I want to talk about something real quick for those of you guys at home that may not realize how this story unfolded. First, second, and third place, you guys all launched from the same ramp down at Clear Creek.
Yes.
And even though the kayak world is booming, and even though Old Town just this weekend is introducing really one of the first kayak series with the Minn Kota installed in the bow, pushing that motor driven, we realize that motors are the future. But you went and did this. You battled about 4 miles round trip yesterday to win this thing. Is that something that you just haven't went into the motor world yet, or are you keeping that 61-year-old frame in shape with that paddle?
I'm not a big fan of the drives yet, of the trolling motors. I'm kind of, the older I get, the more I kind of think it's a good idea. But right now, I'm just not a big fan of it. I'd rather paddle and pedal.
The purity of the sport, guys, that's utterly incredible right there. Now, let me guys walk you through real quick a little bit about CPR. CPR is catch, photo, release. What we do is we take a catch board or a hog trough, a device of this kind right here, and now he's got his on a little tether system here, and I love just the old school ingenuity. The new school guys, the young bucks, we're just not doing this. I love that type of system there. The way we do it in this world, if you guys are just getting into it, we call it catch, photo, release. What we do is we get our fish into the boat. In the marine world, you guys go by pounds. In our world, we go by inches, right? So you catch your fish, you get it up on the hog trough, mouth closed, hand down. You keep your identifier in the photo. You snap a photo and you load it into Tourney X. And what it does is allows us to get a measurement on that fish. And you guys can check more of that stuff out at bassmaster.com or any of our sites, any of that stuff like that. When you want to start getting into this stuff, it's really, really good stuff. But what it does is it enables us to get the fish back into the water within just, a minute or two after the catch, right back into where it's at, preserving the fish. And we like it a whole lot. I think it's a great system. It's something that we use a whole lot. Let's get back here to your flambeau and some of your tackle and what you got set up here.
Well, for this weekend, or this week when we were out on the lake, a lot of bait fish. So we wanted to try to go white, something that made a little bit of noise. So you can see I've got chatterbait, spinnerbait, swim bait, all pretty much the same color.
And now, this is what you did the most damage with, right?
That's actually the only thing I threw all day.
This is what you threw all day.
Yeah.
Now looks like this is a spy bait.
Yeah, it's a Storm Arashi spy bait.
And now, guys, let me show you the humility and what this guy's and what he's got going on here, because I want you to take a look at this. And I don't know if you can zoom in on this tip here, but this is actually a rod that you repaired, right?
Yeah.
So a rod that he's repaired from a broken tip. And I'm assuming that rod manufacturers, guys, hint, hint. I'm just saying, this is a guy who takes care of his gear. Nothing you're running here, obviously with the weather that we had, nothing you're running is new and shiny and up and kept up well. But let's walk back here, talk about your transducer, talk about your my mind went totally blank. Talk about your rudder system here and how you're kind of set up back here.
Yeah, factory rudder.
Okay.
All made out of aluminum. As I was saying, my depth finder died on me in a tournament. I had to run out and grab a new one right away. That's why I've got another transducer on here.
Just flopping on the
I
other
just
deck.
flopped that one back up there and put this
Now,
one
how long ago was that?
I was last summer.
Oh, man.
And so I just flopped it up on there. This thing's been through some battles. It's been hit a couple times by cars and bounced in through the rocks. You can see the frame of the rudder's all bent up, and my transducer's held on with liquid nails and wood shims.
That's incredible. Incredible.
But hey, it still works, and it's still a good kayak. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have found yourself in the right place at the right time. You did your homework. You put in the grind. We caught up with you earlier. We were filming out on the water. We caught up with you earlier about 9 or 9:30 in the morning, and you didn't have a fish yet when we first caught up with you.
Hadn't had a bite.
And you kept paddling up into the cove where we were. We were back there. We were catching some guys, catching some other fish. We caught up with you later on, mid-morning. I think you had 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. We got the drone above you. We got some good shots there. All that's coming. All that footage is coming to you guys later. But man, at the end of the day, you worked your way back in. Did you know that you thought? Did you know where you were?
I knew that I was close. I knew what first place was, and I knew that I was 1.5 inches behind first. And that was at about 2:20. And I told my travel partner Ben, I said, man, I need to go back down to that hole. I need a 16-incher. I need a 16-incher to get rid of that 14.5. And went down, and about the third cast got a 19.
Incredible. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, you have got a ton of heart. I thank you so much. We could not have gotten a better champion for this inaugural event. I guess you're going to spend a little bit of time here and soak up some of the stardom, sign some autographs, kiss some babies, right?
Yeah, I've got my social media man here.
Yeah,
he'll take care of all that
he'll
for me.
take care of that for you. Well, I'll tell you what, man, thank you so much. Congratulations. Guys, this was the first event in the inaugural event of the Hook Bassmaster Bass Nation Kayak Series. The next stop is Lake Fork. We're coming to you guys next from there. We'll catch up with you guys later. I'm your host, Sky Future. This is your champ, Jim Davis, out of Tennessee. We'll catch you guys next time. See ya!